Was good with y'all? It's your boy AD, and to be honest, one-handed Mario Kart is one of those classic type mobile game ideas that makes you wonder what took so long for Nintendo to finally put this game out. Now the game that I'm referring to is Mario Kart Tour, which is a mobile game developed and published by Nintendo for iOS and Android devices. This game came out September 25th, 2019 this year, and like I already said, the platforms are Android phones and Apple devices. For those that don't know what Mario Kart is about, it's a series of go-kart style racing video games developed and published by Nintendo as spin-offs from its trademark Super Mario series. The first in the series, Super Mario Kart, was launched in 1992 on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. But basically, the way you play this mobile game is it automatically accelerates for you and follows the track. You just have to use your thumb to swipe left and right to turn/drift, and also you can swipe up and down to use the items in the game. But before we get more into Mario Kart Tour, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, but also sharing this to help my channel grow. Now getting into gameplay, Nintendo set out to shift the selections of city courses inspired by real world locations. And in these courses, you will be competing against AI players with existing Nintendo gamer tags. So if you thought you was playing online, Nintendo currently doesn't have a multiplayer mode for this app, but they did say it's coming soon. Another thing is that the servers seem to be questionable as players' connections will undoubtedly be different, so I'm curious to see how smooth the multiplayer rollout is. At the moment though, they have a New York City tour which you can play right now, and people say that this mobile version of Mario Kart is even more item dominated, meaning certain characters allow you to pick up 3 items at once, and like a slot machine, if you match all of these items, you activate a frenzy, which is a new addition to the game that allows you to fire off different items with no limit. Now getting into one of the biggest controversies at the launch of this game is going to be the microtransactions. Now at the beginning it's free to play and they're really not pushing you to pay for the subscription that they have, but they have a loot box system, which is a randomized gift system for different characters, racers, gliders, and carts. Where the microtransactions come in is that you can spend basically $2 in real cash for 3 rubies to buy carts and gliders, and that's a negative in my opinion because the way that they have the microtransactions laid out in this game, if you're a kid playing Mario Kart Tour and you get addicted to it, that's basically like getting kids to gamble because you don't know what type of character, cart, or glider you're gonna get. You're basically just hoping for the best. Also, you can pay $4.99 a month, which gives you more gifts and badges while you race, along with a top level 200cc mode. So again, having a whole mode stuck behind a paywall is always a negative when it comes to gaming of any sort. But more about the carts in this game, they're all tiered, which means that if you buy the gold pass, which actually costs more than Switch Online, that I think should be free and is the same price as Apple Arcade, which I talked about in one of my past videos. But to label yourself a kid-friendly mobile game and having these type of tiers and modes locked behind paywalls and different type of microtransactions just to get carts and characters that you're probably going to end up getting addicted to buying even more is really just a bad way of going about making money. Nintendo also did this with their Mario Run app, which that offered premium for the price of $10. So Nintendo is definitely no stranger to pushing these microtransactions onto you. Getting more into the cons and pros of the game, me personally, I've played Mario Kart Tour and I feel like it's more restrictive than the actual Mario Kart console game, which is to be expected because it's a mobile game, but it's still a step back no matter how you look at it when you compare it. And then the microtransactions, which I also forgot to mention, they offer a pack of 45 rubies for $19.99, which is basically $20, which only gives you 10 chances to unlock random drivers and carts. So at this point, the future can only tell how far Nintendo is willing to take these microtransactions, but ending with pros, I don't want it to make it seem like I'm bashing the game because Mario Kart Tour is a really well-developed game and definitely seizes the opportunity to capitalize off of the console version of Mario Kart, bringing it to the mobile. So ending with pros, the Mario Kart's transition to mobile was handled really well, and classic tracks have been redesigned to take advantage of the mobile playstyle. And also the controls in the game were well thought out, and they had 2 controls for turning. One was slowly turning, which is tailored for beginners, and another one is automatically going into drift. So you can see how those 2 controls for turning really differentiate itself from each other. Also, each race is shorter than usual, so that helps out for the mobile gaming aspect because if you don't know how long a regular matching the console version is way longer than what they have in the mobile edition. So that's a positive in my opinion. And each cup has 3 races, and what I mean by cup is tour. So each tour has 3 races. So this game really respects your time and doesn't make races too long, but also doesn't make them too short. So I bet a lot of players will really appreciate that. But in summary, Mario Kart Tour seems like an instant success, but compared to the mobile market, the game's transaction system is stuck in the past and needs to improve to raise its peak potential. But let me know, what are your first impressions of Mario Kart Tour, and also how long will your mobile device, I say mobile device because I don't know if you have an Apple or Android, so how long do you think your mobile device's battery will last with you playing this game throughout the day? Because I don't know about other people, but most phones aren't meant to be constantly playing games without some sort of charge. So we'll see how this affects people's daily anxiety with their phone battery. But yeah, that's it for the video. If you enjoyed this, make sure to let me know by hitting that like button and subscribe, and share this with your friend, neighbor, dog, or just send this to the person across the street asking Nintendo to turn Mario Kart into a mobile racing app, because without them, this wouldn't be possible. And with that, I'm out.